Hey everyone, Ronan here. We're doing Ghost in the Shell today, and we are on season 2, episode 4, which is called Natural Enemy. Third episode, what did we do? Oh god, Cash Eye. All right, so we did the thief, the money heist episode. So that was kind of a neat standalone, kind of showing the versatility of the team. That was like the perverted one, right? So yeah, we got to see the Major wear some nice things and kind of dive into that world. So that was kind of interesting, which is inevitable. I mean, that kind of stuff's happening now. I mean, we've got people making stuff into those things. Not that I've looked, but so now we're gonna be doing this one. Not sure if this will be another standalone or if it might actually have something to do with the main story, but I guess we'll just kind of dive into it. So guys, if you haven't already, please comment, like, subscribe. All that stuff helps me out, and then definitely shout out to my patrons on Patreon. Thank you for joining up to this point. Really appreciate your support. And guys, if you didn't know, we are 3 weeks ahead of episodes on YouTube. So if you want to get ahead, feel free to check that out and jump on in. So I think something I kind of miss from anime nowadays, and this isn't gonna necessarily like mean the entire anime scene right now, but you just don't get anything like this anymore. Anime that doesn't mind taking its time. Maybe it was an emo phase or something that we had back then. You know, because anybody that has been recommending anime to me, especially from like this era of anime when it was coming out, I'll tend to kind of like lean towards a certain vibe. And I wonder what that vibe is. I'm still trying to like categorize it.
They may be training exercises, but I gotta blow away the real thing at least once.
J1, your heart rate is exceeding normal levels. Is there a problem?
Oh shit. This guy does not look well. Okay, so we're doing a training exercise, but this guy should probably not be flying. It's pretty interesting that they have an entire city worth of buildings like this. I like the music. Maybe what I'm thinking in terms of like anime like this is... Oh shit. Did that tank wipe out that squad? Dang.
Your ass.
Well, still, dummy rounds can be, you know, dangerous, right? Oh, that guy's dead.
Your heartbeat has stopped. Come in, J1.
Oh shit.
Support AI has switched J1 functions over to autopilot.
Looked like he had a virus of some sort.
Crash risk is 0. Our readouts are indicating cardiac arrest, but the AI seems to be ignoring orders from control because the pilot's cyberbrain remains active.
So the helicopter is seeing everybody as a threat because it's on like an autopilot. I don't know what these helicopters are doing though, being that they don't have anything to do with it.
If there's the slightest chance that a criminal act might have taken place, you can't resist poking your nose into things, can you?
Anyway, like circling around to like what I was trying to say, you know, at first I thought maybe it was like the level of darkness in anime, but that can't be right either. There's definitely, you know, plenty of dark things out there still. But I think you get what I'm trying to say though. It's this era of anime feels different than anime now. Maybe it's the amount of risks they're taking. Do you feel like it's maybe that? It's kind of like they found a formula that works and they've been pumping that out, you know?
Luckily, the only thing the helicopters are doing at the moment is circling the radio tower.
I certainly hope that'll be the only thing they do.
So this is where the refugees live. That's where they're conducting their little test run.
Mr. Aramaki of Section 9, I presume?
Cabinet Intelligence Service, Strategic Influence Investigation Commission, Representative Aide Hitori Goda.
Goda.
They tend to remember my name by easily associating me with it. A unique face, a unique moniker. There's a situation underway, and we need experts brought in, a crack team.
Totally a good guy. He totally has that look.
You might already know all about the CIS. Mostly we focus on intel gathering, foreign and domestic, information analysis, and of course the occasional manipulation of public opinion. Mr. Aramaki, it would be appreciated if you considered this a direct order from the Chief Cabinet Secretary.
I don't like that he's like, I just don't like situations where people come in and say, I'm telling you this, and you need to consider that to be as if it was an order from a higher ranking person, so you have to listen to me kind of thing. I don't like that. Like, why can't that person just tell me themselves?
What kind of refueling capacity does that chopper have?
If those tankers haven't changed from the old specs, they carry enough fuel to keep a car going for about 6 years, or enough to keep a gas guzzler like a Jigabachi flying for 10 hours straight.
That's what I need at home.
Another 60 minutes flight time for each of them.
With 2.5 hours being the approximate average for a Jigabachi's flying time, I imagine we can assume that these helicopters are gonna start falling from the sky within an hour.
Even so, they're unmanned now, which means that they're thinking and flying on their own, right? Maybe they just couldn't tolerate the conditions they were working under and now they're on strike.
No, they are not like you guys. They're lacking that curiosity trait.
Since they're anti-tank helicopters, I guess that makes them our natural enemies, huh? We all have a stomachache and don't feel good, so can we go home?
So that's the residence of a self-defense army pilot? They must not earn very much.
What's going on? Why did you personally come out to the scene?
Because fuckface over here told me to.
As of this moment, full on-scene command authority is hereby transferred to Section 9 for the purpose of resolving this situation. However, I want you and the team to carry out the operation according to Agent Goda's instructions without question.
Old man, are you serious? I can guarantee you that none of us stuck it out with Section 9 so we could become obedient government lapdogs.
Yep.
Calculations. Approximately 48 minutes from now, the first helicopter will crash into the refugee district. Once that happens, there will be no turning back. It's clearly terrorism.
We'll hear you out. What's your big plan?
He just comes across like knowing way more than he leads on.
Saito, you ready?
I'm ready.
Good.
All right, Saito. We definitely don't notice that giant gun.
Let's do it.
I haven't heard this jam in a while.
Okay, here we go.
That's gotta be really fun. Maybe not while being chased by a helicopter, but that just looks like a wild ride. That's so awesome. Like how agile they are.
And they've already got an edge up in firepower.
They're like literally mini tanks that can like be that traversal, jumping around buildings and stuff. Like, and trying to hack it. Or no, we're gonna fucking blow them away. All right, I like that plan too.
Target acquired. Major, get the target to lift its chin for a second when it passes in front of me.
Understood.
That was dope. I like that little skidding of the tires. Nice. Oh no, Tachikoma. Damn. Oh my god. The Major's holding down a giant helicopter by herself. That's so gangster. And then there's Saito. Oh my god. Just as badass. Saito tends to save the major on multiple occasions.
I had surmised that if the signal from the cyberbrain of the dead pilot were cut off, the support AI would accept the code from Control. Thanks to Section 9, the self-defense officials don't have to bear the disgrace of killing one of their own, you see.
So what are you saying? Having Saito do the dirty work for them makes it fine? You're not bothered at all?
Bato, it's okay, I'm used to it.
I'm used to it. Killing motherfuckers. Yeah, there's refugees right there.
All 11 units returned to their bases with no further trouble.
So they're just gonna perform all these like crazy tests like where they live. It's crazy.
Medication that was prescribed to him. He had kept his condition hidden from his superiors, it would seem.
This could be the groundwork being laid for a crime on a massive scale that's beginning to unfold somewhere, and we're not able to see it.
Yeah, if that's a crime on a much bigger scale, I mean, I have no idea where to begin with that, because I mean, like, what's the purpose? What's being hidden? Yeah, not really a whole lot to go off of other than like, here's this incident and here comes Goda telling us what we need to do to fix it, and we fix it, and then it's like there's supposed to be more connections from that, so it's kind of at least hard for me to tell like where that stems off. But that was a damn cool episode. I kind of went on a couple rants there, but I mean, I pretty much got the gist of it. So, but that was a lot more action-packed episode, and it's pretty sure Goda is a prominent character this season, and yeah, he doesn't look like a good guy, you know. Doesn't really give me that vibe, you know. But immediately he comes across as he's not telling you everything, and kind of annoys me in that way. Kind of like talks to people. He's not necessarily. I guess he could be a little patronizing actually, because he kind of just comes across as like being a little full of shit. But it's like, you know, what is it? What's his purpose? What does he know about whatever's going on? Because right now we don't really have a whole lot to go off of other than just, you know, this incident. There's that symbol that got left behind as well. Of course, Togusa is the one to notice it, so our boy Togusa is already, you know, seeing something. I'm sure that will reoccur again later on in the season. And so yeah, I guess we got introduced to a new character. I guess maybe he could be the main bad guy. I mean, he's at least a bad guy. That's what I'm thinking. So, but there's also the individual 11, which I know is like a group. So how everything's tied together, I don't quite remember at this point. So that'll be exciting for me to kind of unravel again. So, yeah, awesome action. This one, good music. I haven't heard that song in a long time. I can't even remember what the song was called. Cyberbird, I think, was the name of the song. Yeah, I haven't heard that gem in a while because I remember way back in the day I used to own like 2 or 3 OSTs on disc. So, and they were hard to get your hands on too. Probably even harder now to get your hands on, but the physical copies anyway. Digital ones are probably going to be a lot easier. But anyway, yeah, good stuff all around. Good moment with Saito, and then the Major holding down the helicopter is like, that's insane. That's like such a, I don't know if subtle is the right word, because they didn't like, they did it so like seamlessly, how she like held it down, and it's like, you know, you gotta like remember that's just a person, you know, that's a person, you know, like that is a human-sized, you know, object holding down this helicopter. And so you kind of have to like think about like how much, first off, how much she really weighs, and then how strong she really is, you know. And she's just, you know, she got leverage, you know, on that spiderweb stuff, and then just pulled on it, and that was enough to hold that helicopter down. And she just like, you know, buckled down, pulled her weight back, and, you know, just held on. That was pretty awesome. And also really awesome of the Major to put herself in that situation, you know, and not put someone else. Also a good thing from Tachikoma, putting itself in front of danger before, you know, letting the Major get shot. You know, it saw that it was gonna get fired at, turned right around, and then got shot up. And I'm sure they'll find a new body for it. So, but yeah, awesome episode. Looking forward to see like how this unravels from here on out, because like that was that definitely had to be that had to do with the main arc in some way, even if it was just kind of filled with, you know, our little side quest here, but it's still like an introduction into at least characters that we're going to be seeing again. So very cool. But yeah, so that's gonna be it for me, guys. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.